Hey there everybody, Mazarok here, and today I want to talk over a couple of the nerfs in particular for Protection Warrior, or the nerf, and the little bonus that we did get as a buff as well, because there is going to be some implications in gameplay change when it comes to Protection Warrior, especially in key pushing and things like that, so I want to cover that in particular. Before we do get started though, please like, comment, subscribe. We are so close to 5K. Thank you so much everybody, flabbergasted for the support. I have t-shirts for sale if you want to buy, Blood DK shirts, Plate Tanks Do It Better, I Fully Do Dungeons, Fully Wrecked, go right ahead. Thank you to all my Patreons who allow, these types of videos and make this thing happen. If you wish to support me directly, there's a Patreon link down below with lots of goodies there, and as well, I stream on Twitch if you wish to watch me stream, and there's a Discord link if you want to chat about anything Prot Warrior or any other tank, or just have a good time with a bunch of WoW people. Let's get into it. So, the first only buff that we got was Battering Ram. It increases the critical strike chance and critical strike damage of shield charge by 20% instead of 15%. Really nice, just kind of an extra little bonus there, whatever. We did get a nerf to War Machine, so your auto attacks generate 50% more rage, which is fine. Killing an enemy instantly grants rage, though. It was 10, now 5. It increases your movement speed by 30% for 8 seconds. So, really minor there, but whatever. The big one comes with Unbreakable Will is now gone. Yeah, so what Unbreakable Will did is it gave you an extra charge of shield wall, and it granted 50% of those effects to all party members. And where this became broken was with the ability Immovable Object, which is a new Prot Warrior ability on the class tree that whenever you hit Avatar, you gain shield wall for 4 seconds at a reduced effectiveness, sorry. So this would synergize very well. Whenever you hit Avatar, your party got a damage reduction buff. Whenever you hit Shield Wall, your party got a damage reduction buff as well as you gaining Avatar. So this really gave you a nice bit of utility for damage reduction for your party members, especially for keys, right? Because party members, the size is a little bit smaller. It's not the whole raid, it's just the party itself. So this was a very big nerf to the utility of Prot Warrior, especially in that key pushing with this exact gameplay style. Now we did get a replacement, which is Defender's Aegis. Shield Wall grants 1 additional charge, no change there, and its cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds. So the Immovable Object, Unbreakable Will combination is now broken, and I think this is going to kind of dislodge Prot Warrior from its S-tier status a little bit. I don't want to say that it's going to kind of remove, or it's really, it's not bringing Prot Warrior down. You're not actually becoming less tanky with this nerf, right? You are still just as tanky as you've always been in beta, everything, and nothing changes there. The nerf comes to the actual utility of what Prot Warrior can bring for the whole party, because through testing of all of the beta dungeons and everything like that, they are 100% ramping up group, atmospheric, environmental, all of that sort of damage to allow healers to have more healer checks, because it can't just be tank stuff. And any good tank is going to be able to mitigate tank hits or things like that and really kind of stay alive, not a problem. There was some, in beta testing the other night, there was some bosses that, the party was just getting floored with, and I was fine. And I ended up soloing the boss, and they're like, oh man, that's OP. It's not that it's OP, it's Prot Warriors are, tanks are really good versus that sort of environmental damage that is meant to harm the DPS more than it's meant to harm the tank. If Blizzard wanted to harm the tank in these scenarios, there would be tank busters. That's what they would be doing, but it's not that. So the healer checks are more towards the DPS and the healers taking a lot more damage, and the healers having to heal that party back up, which this utility filled a very nice niche in that unfortunately is gone. And it's actually kind of sad because, we've had Unbreakable Will available to us as a legendary throughout all of Shadowlands, but we've never been able to play it because we haven't been able to get the shield block uptime required for us to live to be able to even run this in the first place. And then now we're getting it, we were supposed to get it back in Dragonflight, and now it's gone because they put in Immovable Object, which is kind of stinky, but I understand why. This was really, really strong. This was a mini power word barrier, 4 times every 2 minutes, twice a minute pretty easily. You could get this going, and that is I mean, that was pretty strong. Let's face it. Like, I've been saying this is going to be strong from the start, and it kind of is strong. But what I would have liked to see for this nerf is keep Unbreakable Will, but change Immovable Object so it literally only targets you. Right? When you hit Avatar, you gain Shield Wall, and your party doesn't. That's the interaction that was broken there.